Hello ladies and gentlemen, CaptainShack here, and welcome to Halo, History and Lore. This is a series I'm producing that's all about diving into my love for the Halo universe. Its story and lore are deeper than some might think.
Well, that's it then. Bring the ship back up to Combat Alert Alpha. I want everyone at their stations.
Everyone, sir?
Everyone.
Halo helped define multiplayer gaming and set the bar for the modern FPS. So this first episode is all about how Halo almost wasn't anything like how we know it today. Later episodes will be all about the story and the lore. It's hard to believe that Halo's original design wasn't even a first-person shooter. It was a strategy game on a Mac. That's right, the Xbox's killer app for the original Xbox, the one game that some people would say secured Microsoft as a true competitor against Sony and Nintendo during that generation, was originally announced at a Macworld conference and Expo. One of the co-founders for Bungie was introduced by none other than Steve Jobs.
And this is the first time anybody has ever seen it. It's the first time they've debuted it. And so I'm very happy to welcome on the stage Jason Jones, who is the co-founder of Bungie and the Halo project lead. Halo is the name of this game. And we're going to see, for the first time, Halo. Welcome, Jason.
Thanks, Steve. Everything you're about to see is being rendered in real time on a Macintosh using OpenGL.
Keep in mind, this was well before the iPhone or the iPad, and before Apple products were considered cool by the mainstream. Now at this time, Bungie had a few good titles already under their belt, games like the Mac-based Marathon series, which was an old-school Doom-style shooter, the Myth strategy series, and of course Oni, the anime-inspired third-person action game. It's not surprising the original concept for the game changed so dramatically.
They call it Halo.
Going from what was pretty much Myth in space to a Command and Conquer-esque game of commanding warthogs and marines on the ground, to later taking on a change of view to the third-person action-adventure genre, till finally becoming the first-person formula we know so well. Early footage of the real-time strategy version actually looks pretty cool.
Halo. It's finished.
No. I think we're just getting started.
Right after the E3 Expo, it was announced on June 19th of the year 2000 that Microsoft had acquired Bungie software, and that Bungie would become part of the Microsoft game division under the name Bungie Studios. Halo would be developed exclusively as a first-person shooter for the original Xbox. This was big news, as rumors had spread of a PS2 release along with a Mac and a PC version. Jason Jones, the co-founder of Bungie Studio, recalls the events leading up to the deal. He said, "I don't remember the details exactly, it's all a blur. We've been talking to people for years and years before we even published Marathon. Activision made a serious offer, but the chance to work on the Xbox, chance to work with a company that took games seriously. Before that, we were worried that we'd get bought by someone who just wanted Mac ports or didn't have a clue." Martin O'Donnell, the composer for many Bungie titles, including Halo, remembers that the stability of the Xbox as a development platform was not the only benefit. Around the same time, it was discovered that the Asian version of Myth 2 could wipe a player's hard drive completely, due to a glitch leading to a massive recall right before they shipped. This cost Bungie nearly $1 million. O'Donnell stated in a Bungie podcast that this recall created some financial uncertainty, even if it didn't force them to accept the offer. So as a result of the buyout, the rights to Myth and Oni were transferred to Take-Two Interactive as a three-part deal between Microsoft, Bungie, and Take-Two. Most of the original Oni developers were able to continue their work on the title until it released in 2001. Halo Combat Evolved, meanwhile, went to become a critically acclaimed hit, selling more than $6.5 million and becoming the flagship title for the console. It can't be underestimated how big a change Halo had on the console market. During that time, just after Halo's release, LAN parties sprung up everywhere. I hosted quite a few myself. It had a player cap of 16 with 4 players per screen. My house filled up with giant, old-school, big, heavy TVs and pizza, creating some of the fondest gaming moments in my life. Fighting close up at Battle Creek, sniping and hang 'em high, or using the teleporters in Blood Gulch to get the drop on your enemy, it was so much fun. That almighty powerful pistol that game had. Sadly, the online component had to be dropped as Xbox Live wasn't ready for about another year after the launch, and Microsoft decided the title Halo wasn't descriptive enough, so they slapped the words Combat Evolved at the end. But even without the online play, the game went viral fast, spawning sequels, comics, prequels, a book series, not counting Fall of Reach, which actually came out before the Halo game came out. Fan series like Red vs. Blue popped up, which is some of the best machinima ever made if you haven't watched that. The list goes on, but it's safe to say Master Chief is a gaming icon and the poster child for the original Xbox and the Xbox 360. So next up in Halo history and lore, we dive into the lore of the franchise, going through each game title based on the position in the Halo timeline, building up to the Halo 5 release. Now I'm pretty excited for Halo 5, and I'm really excited to get into this series, as I'm a big fan of the Halo universe as a whole. I think it expanded into a lot more franchises, including maybe an RPG and even strategy genres outside of just Halo Wars. So what do you guys think? What kind of games would you like to see in the Halo franchise? I'd love to see an official, maybe homeworld-esque real-time strategy game, but that's just me. Let me know in the comments below. If you're interested in the rest of this series, let me know in the comments below if you want to see more of the lore and the history and the actual storyline of how everything fits together in the Halo franchise, building up and getting yourself ready for the new Halo. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel, and as always, thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time.
Come here, you mother... I'm gonna... This is it, baby.